Hey pickers, Mighty Mike, picking weeds vintage. It is Monday morning, feeling very blessed that running to the post office again, and we ran on Saturday with 5 packages. We have another 5 to run to today. I'm in the editing room right now, doing some editing for upcoming video, and I just wanted to share something that I saw last night. We were watching CBS 60 Minutes after the Eagles game, and we were watching for the Peter Jackson piece on the Beatles Get Back docu-series, which airs on Thanksgiving weekend on Disney Plus, and I can't wait for that. I'm so excited about that. But the opening piece was about the supply chain and how it's incredibly slow right now. And that was very interesting. If you go back, get a chance to watch CBS 60 Minutes, it talks about all different sides of the supply chain, the shippers, the truckers, and the port workers as well, and why all of these containers are either sitting out there on the water. These big shippers are just sitting there sometimes for weeks with all these packages and supplies and orders for the holidays, right? For Christmas. I mean, next week is Thanksgiving. And then they have the truckers that are lined up to take the shipment and put it on a train, or to take it to a store, a retail store, whatever. And it was just very interesting to get all angles of why this is happening. And I think it's funny too, because they said the shippers are blaming the port workers. The port workers are blaming the truckers, and the retail organization is blaming all the above. So they're trying to find some common ground to resolve this matter. And it just reminded me of what we're doing here. Buy local. Anytime you can support the local community, the local economy, that is always a plus. So I just wanted to, get on my soapbox here for a little bit. And if you get a chance, go back and watch that CBS 60 Minutes. Oh, by the way, you got to watch the Beatles one. This Beatles Get Back docu-series is going to be unbelievable. 3 nights. Each episode, I believe, is around 2 hours. So I can't wait for that. We subscribed to Disney Plus so we could get that. In fact, when we signed up back in October, it was $80, $79.99 for the entire year. And of course, Disney Day was this past Friday, and they had a sign-up special at $1.99 a month. Well, just for the first month, and then it goes to $7.99 a month, and you can cancel any time. But I thought, I signed up for the whole year. But no, I'm really enjoying so many great programs. There's a show with Jeff Goldblum on there. This is Jeff Goldblum. I love Jeff Goldblum. He is so animated, and that's The World According to Jeff Goldblum. You got to watch that. And then there's also another one with Gordon Ramsay, where he travels all over the place. He did an episode in Iceland recently, and it was just so cool to watch. But there's all kinds of great specials on the Disney Channel. I'm not trying to do a plug for Disney, but I'm a Beatle nut, and I can't wait to see John, Paul, George, and Ringo. It is so cool to see new footage of John Lennon and George Harrison and of course Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr. I mean, those guys, when they recorded Let It Be, that was such a cult favorite among Beatles fans. And I remember renting that in the mid-'80s from the local video store. They only had 1 copy, and you'd take it out, and you'd take it out a little bit longer than maybe you take it out for a week or whatever, and you keep it because you just watch it over and over and over again. And there was never an official release of Let It Be. So now Peter Jackson, who is the director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and has done so many great documentaries, he had access to this during the pandemic. So this is all he did every single day. He was working on this Beatles documentary on the archives there that he had, 55 hours of unseen footage, and I don't know what it was, over 100 hours of audio. So can't wait for the Beatles documentary, but I hope they do release the original Let It Be, because I think all Beatle nuts who are diehard Beatles fans, I think we have that whole movie memorized, and we probably are watching it on a grainy bootleg, that we dubbed from, I dubbed mine from video, and it's on a DVD. So to see footage from that time period, because that that documentary was it Lindsay Michael Hogg, or Michael Lindsay Hogg. Sorry, Michael. I guess a lot of people said it was the breakup of the world's most famous rock band, right? And in some ways, I guess it was. It was the last time the Beatles played together on the rooftop. But when I viewed that, I always just saw it as four brothers who, they have disagreements. I mean, you have a disagreement in a family, right? But you could also see all the love that they had for each other. And I think this new documentary by Peter Jackson, you're really going to see, so much, the shenanigans, even behind the scenes. I got the book. Peter Sellers, who I love. Inspector Clouseau, does your dog bite? But yeah, he makes an appearance, I think, according to the book. And Billy Preston, I met Billy Preston, got to shake his hand out in Lake Tahoe in Northern California, or was it on the Nevada side? He was playing a casino. I think it was on the Nevada side, South Shore. And I said to my friend Sam, I said, that's Billy Preston. So I got to go over, and he just got off stage, and he went over to the bar because he played his set or whatever, and it was after 10:30. And Sam's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes, I know Billy Preston." I said, "Billy, Big Mike, I just want to shake your hand." And he did a toast to me. He said, "Big Mike, here's to you and Sam." So great stuff. Billy Preston's in it. I mean, it's just going to be, now I'm rambling, but when you get me started on the Beatles, I can talk for hours. But yes, so today's a get ready day. Even as we were talking here, the sun has come out. So tomorrow it's supposed to be 48 degrees. Wind is 5 to 10 miles an hour. So we'll see. They've said that before. But the animals are laying in the sun as the sun's coming out here in Myerstown. And I am going to run to the post office, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to load the van. We're going to do some Facebook Marketplace posts, and we're going to get ready for tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to set up on Wednesday as well. Okay, so I'm back from running errands, running to the post office, running to the bank. It's important to take care of yourself too, and your puppy. You want to go for a walk? Does Ollie want to go for a walk? So I think he wants to go for a walk, folks. Where do we put your leash? He's taking me for a walk. That's usually how it is. Why is trash day always the windiest day of the week? You ever notice that? So we are back here at Sunset Flea Market, and it is a cold, windy November day. But you know what? It's not too bad. It was, what, 37, I said in the beginning there, the opening segment. We set up here quite a bit over the summer months, and we sold a lot of our vintage costume jewelry. One whole side was all vintage jewelry, and we did $1 a piece. So we did our dollar days here, where everything was $1, and then we also had one side that was regular price, and then the other side was the dollar market. Here we go at the first vendor, and they have a mix of tubs and boxes. And you know, it's fun when you go to your local flea market. It really is all about the search, the hunt, right? We're all looking for treasure. And then you pick something up, and then you holler out, how much for this? Just like Mike Wolf, and Frank Fritz and Robbie and Danielle and the crew. But yeah, it's fun to go picking and just to get out. And even if you don't buy something, you know, we got to do some filming on this sunny day. We got some exercise. And for those of you who have never sold at the flea market, maybe this coming weekend, go to your local flea market and then talk to the folks in charge, ask them how much it is to set up. And sometimes it's only $10, $15, $20. And then you can go through your attic, your garage, your basement, and get rid of some stuff and get some cash for it, because the holidays are coming up and we all could use a little extra cash right at this time of year. So this gentleman has a tarp, and he has all of his wares laid on the ground. I think he has a single space there. Some people will get a double space, and others, maybe a dealer, will do even a triple space. There was a U-Haul truck right behind him, and I think he had a double or a triple space. But you can see, typically in the summertime, this place would be packed, and there'd be double or even triple the amount of vendors. I think today it was only 15, maybe 20 vendors. And in the summertime, when we were set up there, they had the overflow going down around the back, but they had orange cones to keep that area closed. But it's just a fun experience when you walk around your local flea market, and you just never know what kind of treasure that you will discover when you're out on your journey. All right, pickers, so I've been monitoring the weather all day, and the wind has been a big factor. And I'm looking at the maps for tomorrow. They're saying 4 miles an hour at 6 a.m. and by 8 a.m. maybe 5 miles an hour. So it's died down a little bit, but right now it's gusts from 17 miles an hour up to 25 miles per hour. So that is not the most ideal situation, and it's going to be pretty cold in the morning. But hey, it's not snowing, it's not raining, and I am going to set up tomorrow at Roots, because I think there's going to be a good crowd out there, even though the high is only 48 degrees. I mean, Thanksgiving is next week. The holidays are right around the corner. As a reseller, well, they say you got to make hay while the sun's shining. So it's time to pack up the van. Still windy out here, but the van is packed. I'll tell you what, it's kind of raw. It feels like January and not November. So you always feel like you could get more things in. But there comes a time where you just say, okay, I got enough stuff to set up. And I think we're good. So now we get a good night's rest, get a nice dinner. All packed up here. I'm Mighty Mike, Pickin' Weeds Vintage. Thanks a lot for spending the day with me off and on as we get ready for hopefully 2 shows in a row tomorrow and also Wednesday. Don't forget, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We got an eBay store, and we're now on Flickr. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Mighty Mike for Pickin' Weeds Vintage. Happy picking.